Shedeur Sanders announced his plan to outshine four Browns QBs while sending powerful message against hate. In Berea, the spring air felt deceptively calm. But inside the Cleveland Browns cross-country mortgage campus, the quarterback room was anything but settled. It's 5 men deep, with only one guaranteed role. Deshaun Watson, the embattled franchise quarterback, remains atop the depth chart for now. Behind him, former first-rounder Kenny Pickett is in reset mode. Joe Flacco, freshly re-signed after his playoff push, offers veteran steadiness. Then comes Shedeur Sanders, the ultra-visible rookie who's already drawing headlines and comparisons. He's fourth on the totem pole, but first in intrigue. And breathing down his neck is Dillon Gabriel, a dual-threat sixth-rounder trying to fight for a practice squad slot at the rookie minicamp. Sanders wasn't just another arm in line. He had full awareness that every rep carried weight. The throws weren't perfect, but the footwork, the pacing, and a pair of touchdown passes showed poise. He stayed late, worked extra, and made it clear he's here to compete. As Browns insider Brad Stainbrook observed on May 9th, yes, it's just the first day of rookie minicamp, but Shedeur Sanders looked sharper than Dillon Gabriel. The Cleveland Browns YouTube page recently dropped an interview where, in conversation with Andrew Siciliano, Shedeur Sanders spoke about what it was like joining the Browns and what his thoughts are on the QB competition. Siciliano asked, "How do you embrace this competition, not just with Dillon Gabriel, but with the other quarterbacks in what we all agree is a crowded quarterback room?" Shedeur's answer? "Just focus on myself and what I need to do to get better and any areas, I'm lacking in." Sanders' approach is showing up in the margins, the extra 20 minutes on the practice field post-session, working routes with rookie skill players. #Browns QB Shedeur Sanders remained on the practice field for about 20 minutes after each rookie minicamp practice concluded to get extra reps. Stainbrook confirmed the following day. NFL analyst Brent Sobleski put it best. "The ability is there for Sanders to make a splash. He's an excellent distributor with fantastic accuracy when working on time and in rhythm." Yes, the tides are changing for Shedeur. This isn't the same guy who was waiting anxiously for his name to be called. Sanders is doing it in style, with his signature confidence and a million-dollar smile. And he's on a mission, too, as he stated so confidently in his rookie minicamp presser. "I'm not here to prove people wrong. I'm here to prove myself right." Still, none of this guarantees reps in September. The Browns' quarterback room is a case study in hedging. Watson is the presumed starter, but with injury history and erratic play since returning from suspension, Cleveland needed insurance. Pickett provides youth with starting experience. Flacco is the emergency veteran. Gabriel is the mobile gadget threat with upside. Where does Shedeur fit? Potentially in the long-term succession plan, especially if Watson falters or the front office is forced to make financial pivots next offseason. But Shedeur is clearly going the extra mile to make himself stand out in this crowded QB room. And he's happy to be with the Browns, too. When asked about his day one, the rookie QB was all smiles. "It felt amazing. I came here on the 30 visit. I was just anxious at that time. So, I was excited that finally, everything came true and this building is extremely comfortable." When Shedeur's draft stock tanked, analysts and reporters had a field day breaking it all down. But he has left all of that far behind him. He's determined, and as he said himself once, he's got everything he needs to be successful. While fans are eagerly eyeing every second of his comeback, Shedeur also has a message for the haters out there. Shedeur Sanders' strong stance on hate. Shedeur Sanders wears the number 12 proudly on his back. It's a flipped tribute to his dad, Deion Sanders, and a direct one from mentor Tom Brady. He's taking the opportunity he's got with the Browns and making every moment count. And he's not looking back at all the hate he has received so far. Indeed, when Siciliano asked about it, he had a strong take on the whole social media hatred. If you live in a world of social media, you're going to think very negatively. For all athletes, you'll think very negatively about yourself or you'll feel too high up. Because that's how media is. But for Shedeur, he's not letting the hate or the praises get to him. He's got a mission, and he's going to complete it no matter what the audience thinks of him. So, how does Shedeur Sanders deal with the hate? He's got a classic Sanders response for it, too. "I don't pay attention to that stuff. I focus on, real life. I never seen hate in real life by fans and people spectating that I met. ever. So hate only exists online, basically. Sanders has a big presence on social media, and that presence comes with a whole lot of scrutiny. But he doesn't care. He knows he's got what it takes to make it big, and he's showing it to the world, one throw, one standout moment at a time. He doubled down on his stance and said, "It's the same as it is every year, so I'm accustomed to it. It don't live in my mind at all." Deion Sanders Jr.'s warning to Kevin Stefanski after Shedeur Sanders loses to Dylan Gabriel at Browns camp. In the never-ending saga of the NFL offseason, the Cleveland Browns find themselves squarely in the spotlight, but this time not just for the usual reasons. The Browns are in the midst of one of the most unpredictable quarterback battles in recent memory. The Browns front office had shown disappointment at the fact that owner Jimmy Haslam had stepped in to ensure that Shedeur was added to the mix. Fans and insiders are buzzing with Shedeur's arrival and, most importantly, the noise coming from his legendary family. With Coach Prime himself watching closely and Deion Sanders Jr. chiming in on the disc game, the atmosphere in Cleveland just got a lot hotter for HC Kevin Stefanski, eyeing the Sanders family. Loyalty runs deep. Deion Sanders has never been shy about defending his children, and his sons follow suit. Coach Prime has already made waves in college football for riding hard for his players, especially his sons, and that energy now follows Shedeur to the NFL. At Browns training camp, though, Shedeur didn't get the first snaps. Those went to Dylan Gabriel. Stefanski tried to downplay the decision. He said, "Don't read too much into it. Over the weekend, and throughout the spring, we don't pay close attention to who goes first." But in the Sanders family, this move was enough to raise eyebrows. The next wave of support for Shedeur was music to his ears, literally. Deion Sanders Jr., never one to stay silent, used his platform on social media to drop a track named "All Fall Down, No Sympathy" under his well-off Forever brand. This sounded more like a warning shot than a song. The lyrics pulled no punches, "'Cause whoever speak on my brothers, may they all fall down. Anybody talk about my sisters, may they all fall down. Anybody go against my family, may they all fall down. Anybody go against my ass, may they all fall down." It doesn't take much interpretation to get the message. The Sanders family doesn't play when it comes to each other. Whether it's on the field, on social media, or through music, they stand united. This stands as a warning for the ones in the Browns front office to be wise enough to understand the family dynamic before making any decisions that could be perceived as slight. With Shedeur in the NFL and Deion Sanders Jr. using music as both expression and protection, one thing is clear. This is beyond football, it's family. And anybody who forgets the memo might fall down. Dylan Gabriel surges ahead as Shedeur Sanders faces early test in Browns QB battle. The Cleveland Browns entered the offseason with one of the most intriguing quarterback rooms in the NFL. With 5 quarterbacks vying for the starting role, including Joe Flacco, Deshaun Watson, Kenny Pickett, and rookies Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders, the competition was always bound to be intense. But after the Browns' 3-day rookie minicamp, a question looms unanswered. Is Shedeur Sanders already falling behind? 2 of the newest faces, Shedeur Sanders and Dylan Gabriel, came in with stellar college resumes. According to ESPN Cleveland's Tony Grossi, it was Gabriel who caught the early buzz. Selected 2 rounds ahead of Sanders in April's draft, Gabriel was sharp, consistent, and poised in the rookie minicamp. This is where early impressions began shaping what could become a long, drawn-out competition. Tony Grossi said, "I thought both days Dylan Gabriel looked a little bit better." He added, "He throws a tight spiral. He throws a beautiful ball. He's very assertive. He knows the pocket. You can tell that, even though they're not rushing. He just has a pocket presence. Better arm strength than I thought." The numbers are the only thing that don't lie. You can say he's short. Yeah, he's 5'11", so he's short. I thought Gabriel was a little better both days. Doesn't mean Shedeur Sanders is a bust or anything. The other guy just looks better. It's just that Gabriel, so far, has looked more ready in his opinion. Gabriel's stats back it up. In his college career spanning Oklahoma, UCF, and Oregon, he threw more than 18,700 yards and 155 touchdowns with only 32 interceptions. He added 1,209 rushing yards and 33 scores on the ground, earning a Heisman Trophy finalist spot in his final year. Shedeur, on the other side, is by no means underqualified. The former Colorado standout led the NCAA in his completion percentage last season, hitting 74% of his passes and racking up 4,143 yards and 37 touchdowns. He was the unanimous Big 12 Offensive Player of the Year and left Colorado as the NCAA's all-time career leader in completion rate, 71.8%. His accolades also include a stellar run at Jackson State, where he dominated at the FCS level. The early speculations, Shedeur has offered a calm and confident response. "Thank you for saying that because my job here isn't to prove people wrong. I'm proving myself right," Sanders said. "I fully believe it. What those people say, that's just their opinions. I don't truly care. They don't really live in my mental space about that type of stuff. It really doesn't do anything for me." For now, the race is far from over, and the Browns front office has an important decision to make.